The headlines. President Droupadi Murmu asserts only cleanliness will make the country healthy and developed, addresses Safai Mitra Sammelan at Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. 4-day mega event World Food India begins in Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says, government committed to setting global benchmarks for innovation, sustainability and safety in food sector. Campaigning intensifies for the second phase of assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Domestic stock market indices Sensex and Nifty hit fresh record highs after the US Federal Reserve cut interest rates. In badminton, India's Malvika Bansod advances to the women's singles quarterfinals of China Open at Changzhou. And first Test cricket of two-match series between India and Bangladesh commences in Chennai. And now the news in detail. President Droupadi Murmu has asserted that only cleanliness will make the country healthy and developed. The president was addressing the Safai Mitra Sammelan at Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh today. She said the cleanliness movement in the last 10 years has become a nationwide campaign, bringing unprecedented changes in the country.
पिछले 10 वर्षों में स्वच्छता अभियान देशव्यापी जन आंदोलन बन गया है। इसके कारण व्यापक स्तर पर बदलाव हुए हैं। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन द्वारा हमारे देशवासियों में स्वच्छता के प्रति जागरूकता बढ़ी है तथा अभूतपूर्व व्यवहार परिवर्तन हुआ है। ये देखकर मुझे हार्दिक प्रसन्नता हो रही है। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के तहत खुले में शौच से मुक्ति के लिए 11 करोड़ से अधिक शौचालय तथा लगभग 2.25 लाख सामुदायिक स्वच्छता परिसर बनाया गया है।
President Murmu expressed happiness that several cities in the state have been declared Safai Mitra Surakshit Shehar. President Murmu also honoured 5 sanitation workers on the occasion. On the second day of a visit to the state today, the president also virtually laid the foundation stone of 6-lane highway between Ujjain and Indore. More from our correspondent.
The Ujjain-Indore 6-lane highways, for which the President has performed the Bhumi Pujan, will be completed at a cost of more than 1,692 crore rupees. The target has been set to build this road in 2.5 years. The Ujjain-Indore 6-lane highway will pave the way for tourism, social and religious development. President Droupadi Murmu also visited Mahakaleshwar temple today for the first time. The temple and Mahakal Lok were decorated with flowers to welcome her. The President did Shramdan in the temple premises under the Swachhata Hi Seva Pakwada. After visiting Mahakal Lok, she interacted with the sculptures making the idols in the Triveni Sabha Mandapam. The President will also address the convocation ceremony of Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya in Indore today. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
President Murmu will reach Ranchi this evening on a 2-day visit to Jharkhand. The President will grace the centenary celebration of the ICAR National Institute of Secondary Agriculture at Namkum in Ranchi tomorrow. 4-day-long mega event World Food India 2024 began at Bharat Mandapam in Delhi today. It will be witnessing the participation from over 90 countries, 26 Indian states and union territories, and 18 central ministries and allied government bodies. The event promises to be a major convergence of innovation, technology, and sustainability in the food processing sector. Food and Public Distribution Minister Prahlad Joshi, Minister for Food Processing Industries Chirag Paswan and Minister of State for Food Processing Industries Ravneet Singh Bittu attended the inaugural ceremony. In a video message on the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, the government is committed to setting global benchmarks for innovation, sustainability and safety in the food sector. Mr. Modi said the government is supporting the farmers with innovative policies and focused implementation. On the participation of several nations in the mega event, the Prime Minister said that this is an ideal platform to work with the world. Addressing the gathering, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution Minister Prahlad Joshi stressed on the need to increase quality and branding of the processing product.
World Food India is a very good initiative to recognize the potential of the food processing sector, transforming India as food basket of the world. India's strategic geographic location, a consumer base over 1.4 billion people and a large workforce coupled with the conducive business environments makes it a prominent hub of the global food.
Speaking on the occasion, Food Processing Industries Minister Chirag Paswan said, the food processing industry makes a significant contribution to India's economy and development, and the World Food India will act as a platform for the industry to gain global reputation.
प्रोसेसिंग विद प्रोस्पेरिटी, इस सोच के साथ हम लोग आगे बढ़ने का काम कर रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी की सोच है कि आने वाले दिनों में कैसे भारत एक फूड बास्केट के तौर पर दुनिया के सामने हम लोग अपने आप को प्रस्तुत कर सके, कैसे भारत कंट्रीब्यूट कर सके अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर, कैसे भारत की फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर एक अपनी पहचान बना सके। मैं समझता हूं कि ये शुरुआत है, पर इस सोच को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए जितनी बाधाएं आएंगी उन बाधाओं को दूर करने के संकल्प के साथ हम लोग आगे बढ़ने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
Our correspondent talked to some of the exhibitors participating in the event, who shared that World Food India is providing a unique platform to showcase their products to domestic and international companies.
मेरा नाम निसर्ग सोनी है और हमारा स्टार्टअप का नाम है इम्यूनोप्लस आयुर्वेदिक फूड। जो हमारा स्टार्टअप है बेस्ड ऑन आयुर्वेदा के बुक्स पे आधारित है, जिसमें हमारी प्रोडक्ट्स है च्यवनप्राश, बादाम पाक और चूरी, जिसको हम आयुर्वेदिक माउथ फ्रेशनर भी बोलते हैं। तो हमारी जो प्रोडक्ट्स है वो बिल्कुल नेचुरल और आयुर्वेदिक हर्ब्स के ऊपर बनाई हुई है, जिसमें कोई प्रिजर्वेटिव नहीं, कोई आर्टिफिशियल कलर नहीं, कोई फ्लेवर नहीं है। हम अभी वर्ल्ड फूड इंडिया में के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आए हैं स्टार्टअप पेविलियन के ऊपर। तो यहाँ पे हमें इम्पोर्टर और एक्सपोर्टर और बहुत बड़े बिजनेस और ट्रेडर्स का बहुत सहयोग मिल रहा है।
हेलो, माय नेम इज मनप्रीत एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पंजाब। हम लोग यहाँ पे वर्ल्ड फूड इंडिया एग्जीबिशन में पार्ट कर रहे हैं। वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट की जो स्कीम है गवर्नमेंट की, उसके थ्रू हम लोग पंजाब से आए हैं और हमारे पास हनी के बहुत सारे डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो बहुत सारी मॉडर्न नीड्स के साथ कंपैटिबल हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi led NDA government has completed 100 days of its third consecutive term at the centre. On the occasion, Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan listed out 100 days achievements of his ministry in New Delhi today. Talking to reporters, Mr. Chauhan announced that the government will launch a new radio and TV program, namely Krishi Chaupal, from next month to provide information related to agriculture research and technology. The program, to be broadcast on Akashvani and Doordarshan, is aimed at bridging the gap between farmers and the latest agricultural research and technology and ensuring that vital information reaches those who need it most. The minister also highlighted several measures taken by the government for the welfare of farmers in the country.
एमएसपी पर खरीदें भी और नीति भी ऐसी बना दें कि जिसके कारण लाभकारी मूल्य किसान को मिल पाए। हमने अभी तक जो एजेंसीज खरीदती थी तिलहन, उनके लिए बैंक गारंटी की सीमा थी 40,500 करोड़ रुपया, उसको बढ़ा के 45,000 करोड़ रुपया हमने कर दी। फैसले हैं इनका लाभ इसी सीजन में, खरीफ के सीजन में जब फसल आएगी तो किसानों को मिलेगा और इन सब का परिणाम ये होगा कि किसानों को लाभकारी मूल्य मिलेगा। वो हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है और उसको हम पूरा करके रहेंगे।
More from our correspondent.
Farmers' welfare has been the top priority of Narendra Modi government in its third term. The first important decision taken by the centre was the release of 21,000 crore rupees farmers under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan. It also added 25 lakh new farmers to the scheme in the last 100 days, bringing the total beneficiaries to 9 crore 51 lakh. PM Asha scheme has been launched with an outlay of 35,000 crore rupees to provide remunerative price to farmers and control price volatility of essential commodities. The government also cleared digital agriculture mission with an outlay of over 2,800 crore rupees. It is intended to create digital identities for 11 crore farmers, and digital crop survey will be conducted under it to collect data of crops sown. The centre has also approved Agriculture Infrastructure Fund to transform agriculture infrastructure landscape in the country. With Diwakar, Sumit Saha, Akashvani News, Delhi.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at TIR News Alerts. Welcome back. You're listening to Midday News. Campaigning has intensified for the second phase of assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir after the conclusion of first phase. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held an election rally in Srinagar this afternoon. Speaking at the event, Mr. Modi said, "Today, the world is watching how the people of Jammu and Kashmir are strengthening India's democracy." He congratulated the people of the Union Territory for coming out in large numbers to cast their votes yesterday in the first phase. Over 61% polling has been recorded in the first phase of assembly polls.
के बिना ये वोटिंग हुई, हम सभी के लिए ये बहुत खुशी की बात है, गर्व की बात है कि इतनी बड़ी तादाद में लोग वोटिंग के लिए अपने घरों से बाहर निकले। युवा हो, महिलाएं हो, बुजुर्ग हो, सभी ने खुले मन से वोटिंग की। पिछली बार की वोटिंग के रिकॉर्ड टूट गए हैं।
In the second phase, 26 constituencies spread over 6 districts will go to polls on the 25th of this month. Gandharbal is among key constituencies where voting will be held in this phase. Our correspondent has the details.
Gandharbal constituency happens to be a key constituency where 15 candidates of different political parties are in the fray. Important among those is the former Chief Minister and Vice President of National Conference Umar Abdullah. Besides some independent candidates, Bashir Ahmed Mir of People's Democratic Party, Muhammad Ashik Mir of Awami Ittihad Party and former MLA Ishfaq Jabbar are the important candidates. Election Commission of India has set up 157 polling stations in the constituency where 129,114 voters will exercise their right to vote. All the necessary arrangements are being put in place to ensure the smooth conduct of polling in the constituency. This is Sunil Kohl for Akashvani News from Srinagar.
In Haryana, campaigning is gaining momentum for single-phase assembly elections. Voting for the 90-member state assembly will be held on the 5th of October. BJP National President Jagat Prakash Nadda today released the party's manifesto for the state assembly polls in Rohtak. There are a total of 20 resolutions in the BJP's manifesto. These include giving 2,100 rupees per month to all women under the Lado Lakshmi Yojana and special incentives to entrepreneurs for giving jobs to 50,000 local youth per city. Preparations are underway in Sri Lanka for the presidential elections scheduled for Saturday. Campaigning concluded last night with leading candidates holding final rallies in Colombo to garner voter support. 38 candidates are contesting, including incumbent President Ranil Wickremesinghe, opposition leader and SJB candidate Sajid Premadasa, NPP leader Anurag Kumara Dissanayake, and SLPP's Namal Rajapaksha. More from our correspondent.
After a spirited campaign, the frontrunners held rallies yesterday evening in which they expressed confidence of a victory in the upcoming presidential election. The Election Commission has urged the voters to utilize the silent period to reflect on their choices before they vote. As election campaign activities are prohibited during this 72-hour period until elections are over, the Commission has directed the police to take action against any parties in violation. Meanwhile, over 60,000 police personnel are being deputed for the election duties. The Commission has also said that all election offices established by the political parties for the election purposes must be removed by midnight today. For Akashvani News, Ahmed Moin Faruqi from Colombo.
In business news, domestic stock market indices Sensex and Nifty today opened at all-time highs on positive investor sentiments after the US Federal Reserve cut its interest rates for the first time in over 4 years. The BSE Sensex gained 687 points to open at a record high of 83,635. The broader Nifty 50 climbed 197 points to open at a new high of 25,575. On to sports now. In badminton, India's Malvika Bansod has advanced into the women's singles quarterfinals of China Open at Changzhou today. She defeated world number 25 Kirsty Gilmore of Scotland in the pre-quarterfinals. Malvika will next face Akane Yamaguchi of Japan tomorrow. In cricket, the first test of the two-match series between India and Bangladesh is underway in Chennai. Put into bat, India were 176 for 6 in the post-lunch session in their first innings on day 1 a short while ago. Earlier, Bangladesh won the toss and opted to field. Gautam Gambhir is making debut as the head coach of India in the Test cricket. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Droupadi Murmu asserts only cleanliness will make the country healthy and developed, addresses Safai Mitra Sammelan at Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. 4-day mega event World Food India begins in Delhi. Prime Minister Modi says government committed to setting global benchmarks for innovation, sustainability and safety in food sector. Campaigning intensifies for the second phase of assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Domestic stock market indices Sensex and Nifty hit fresh record highs after US Federal Reserve cut interest rates. In badminton, India's Malvika Bansod advances to women's singles quarterfinals of China Open, and first test cricket of two-match series between India and Bangladesh commences in Chennai. And with that, we end the midday news.